Hey guys! So in today's video, I am going to show you all the different Sumikko digital pets. Takara Tomy has released a full range of Sumikko digital pet. You might be wondering which one should I buy? There are so many. Now, I am going to bring you through every single one of them to explain to you the differences, and then you can make a decision. The first device that we have here is the Sumo Atsumi. This was the very first Sumikko digital pet device released by Takara Tomy. The name Atsumi means to collect, right? So Sumikko Atsumi basically means collecting Sumikkos. The main goal of this game is to collect all the Sumikkos and fill up the library. At the same time, you can also interact with the Sumikkos in their houses, play with them, feed them some food, shower them, and so on. And some gameplay coming up. Okay, so this is how the Sumikko Atsumi looks like. So these are the menu. So this is the home screen, and then you can scroll through the characters' rooms to interact with them. And then these are the icons that you can interact with, and say you want to feed him some food. And now we're in Penguin's room, and you can see all the other icons as well that you can use to interact with the characters. The second device released by Takara Tomy is the Sumikko Sagashi. So Sagashi actually means search in Japanese. So this device basically means that you can search for Sumikkos. The concept is the same, basically to collect all the Sumikkos in this device. However, you collect them by searching for them. So how you search for them is that it actually has a camera on the back of the device, and you can see it's shaped like a house. So the top is actually like the chimney, is actually a shutter button. So you point and you hit the shutter button. So when the Sumikko comes into view of the camera, you hit the shutter button to capture the Sumikko. The gameplay is largely the same as the Atsume, except that this one comes with a camera. Some gameplay coming up. This is the Sumikko Sagashi. So this is the home screen, and then you press the middle button to access the menu. If you select the middle icon, is to visit the Sumikkos. Okay, and as usual, you can also interact with them using all these icons. This is the camera. So this is the camera function. You can use it to take pictures. Say for example, I have this little cat here. I can take a picture of the cat by pressing the shutter on top. Alright, so that was the camera, and so this is the Sagashi. The third device that we have right here is the Sumo Catch. It comes with 3 sticks. So they're like physical sticks. What you do is that there's a little slot on the top here, and each of the sticks actually represents different functions. Like this one is the claw, like the claw machine kind of claw. And then this is food, and this is a hand. So let's say you use the food stick, right? So you just insert the stick into the device like this, and you get to feed the Sumikko some food. So different sticks have different interactions, and you'll see different animations as well depending on which stick you insert into the device. Another reason why they call it the catch is because it has this like claw machine stick, right? So if you stick this into the device, you get to catch the Sumikko. Like you'll see a claw thingy appearing on the screen to pick the Sumikko up. So that's really cute as well. I would say that if you're looking for a device for a younger child, in my opinion, this would be the most suitable for a young kid because of these like physical sticks. It's more fun for the kid to interact with the characters directly. And next, gameplay coming up. And this is the catch. Its most special features are the sticks, so you can insert the sticks into the slot on top to interact with the characters. For example, I have the food stick here, so if I slot it in like this, then I'm actually feeding the character. And then the other stick is the hand, so if I put it in, I'm actually petting the Sumikko, and if I move it up and down, I'm like petting it. Okay, and the last stick is the claw. So if I put it in to the device, I'll be like picking it up like this. And then I can choose where I want to drop it, like this. Right. So this is its most unique feature, that is interacting with the Sumikkos with the sticks. The next one on the list is Sumikko Mike. Mike means to find or to search. Similar to the Sagashi, it has a little camera on the back. This button on the top here is actually the shutter button. So you point your camera at your surroundings, and then when the Sumikko comes into view, you hit the shutter button to capture the Sumikko. One additional function that this device has that is different from the Sagashi is that it can also capture like colors. You point your camera at a physical item of a certain color, and depending on the color that you point at and shoot, you will get different traps to catch different type of Sumikkos. And next gameplay coming up. So this is the Sumikko Mike, and when I press the middle button, again it goes to the menu, and then this house icon is where you can go to interact with your Sumikkos, and you can scroll through all their rooms. And you can interact with say I want to interact with this one, so he needs a shower. I'm gonna just give him a shower. So you shake him to soak him up, and then you press the shutter button to rinse him off. Okay, and then he wants some food, so let's give him some food. Okay, so the special thing is that you can actually use the camera to give him food. The camera can capture colors. For example, say I have this green material here, and if I point at it, the camera will detect it. Okay, maybe it's not so accurate, it's detecting as blue, so you can see this basket turns blue. So if you capture it, you'll give your Sumikko a blue type of food. Okay. Let's say next we try again, and this time I capture something like red, like this. I put the red thing behind, and then the camera detects red, like you see the basket becomes red. So I hit the shutter button and you get a red food. Right, so this camera behind is cool. It can detect colors, and if I go to search, you can actually so you need to use your camera. Okay, you point at something red, right? You say here, it says like you need to point at something red. So again, let's point at this one. And then when your camera successfully points at the red thing, the fire comes out and the Sumikko appears, so you press the shutter button to capture it. Right? And we unlocked a new Sumikko. Alright, and that was the Sumikko Mike. Alright, next is the Sumikko Water. The Sumikko Water is actually my least favorite device because it's so huge, it's so bulky, and the only gimmick it has is that it has actual water inside the device. So there's actually a layer here, so if you turn the device upside down, you can actually see like there's water inside. The other function is that if you turn the device upside down, then it'll go into like sea mode, so you can interact with your Sumikko differently. Like the Sumikko will be swimming. When you turn it back upright, it'll be in land mode again. I think this is really gimmicky and I don't really like it at all. So I would not advise that you buy it. Anyway, gameplay coming up. Next, we have the Sumikko Water. So as the name implies, there's actually a layer of water between the outer shell and the screen. So I want to show you the water. It looks like this. Like you can see there's like actual water inside. And let's look at how we can interact with the Sumikkos. So this is the Sumikko house, right? So I want to show you something interesting. If you turn your device upside down, it actually transforms into like underwater screen. So you can see like in this scenario, Tokage is actually swimming. Okay, so this is so-called, this is like the underwater scene, and then if you turn your device back upright, it goes back to the regular mode. And let's say I want to clean its room. It's also very interesting the way you clean the room. You have to turn the device upside down, and then the suds appear, and then you have to shake it, and then once it's clean, it's done. The only downside is that sometimes the watermarks actually stay on the screen, so you just have to like shake it a little bit and make the suds go away somehow. And that was the Sumikko Water. And the final device on my list is the Sumikko Friend. Even from looking at it, you can see that it's already significantly different from its predecessors because it actually looks like a Sumikko character itself. Okay, and you can see there are like two plates, so you can switch them out like this to get a different character. So when you're actually putting the plate on, the character's face will actually show up on the screen here. And you can see like these two are the hands. You can actually interact with the Sumikko by pressing on its hands. And then you can also tap on its head to pet the Sumikko to interact with it. And if you turn it upside down, it'll get upset. So that's really cute. If I remove the plates, then it'll be like the device itself. And you can see there are two buttons here. The top is a touch sensitive one, so you can touch the top as well as a third button. The only downside about this device is that unlike the other previous devices where you're caring for like 5 or 6 characters, I can't remember, but this device you can only care for 2 characters, which is Tokage and Shirokuma. It's called the Sumikko Friend because like it's literally like your friend, because when you put the plate on, it's really like a friend that you can bring out with. By far, this is also my favorite because of the unique design and the compact size. The additional feature that I like about this product is also that you can bring it out for walk. There's a function where you go out for walk and you have to actually walk, so there's kind of like a pedometer tracker in it. The more you walk, the more items you can collect. And gameplay coming up. So this is the Sumikko Friend. One difference you can see is that on the Sumikko Friend, you can only interact with 2 characters, Tokage and Shirokuma. Okay, so this is Tokage's room and this is Shirokuma's room. Well, Shirokuma ran away, so we have only 2 characters in this one, unlike the rest. As usual, you can use the icons to interact with the characters. I'm not gonna go through them because they're essentially the same. The one interesting part of it is that you have 2 like cover plates here, right? One in the shape of Tokage and one in the shape of Shirokuma. So if you put it on, it actually turns into that character. Okay, and you can actually like interact with it. You can even pet it and it becomes happy. And then if I take it off and I put on Shirokuma instead, it turns into Shirokuma. Oh, he's sad. And then you can interact with him as well, and you can pet him as well to make him happy. So that was the Sumikko Friend. So that was all the Sumikko devices. I hope that it has helped you to make a more informative decision on which Sumikko device to get. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what is your favorite Sumikko device in the comments. Thank you and see you next time.